Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw 11 Season 3. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpie. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll see a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. So for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. So, I found it, I had to make a post. I wasn't planning on doing this, but it's 11/11. I have to do this, right? 11 on 11/11? Come on. We gotta do it. So, there's nothing too crazy about this costume. It's the regular clothes, and that's why I wasn't really gonna do it. I was like, I got other stuff to do, and more exciting things to post, but I was looking at the dates and I was like, oh, well, what am I going to post on? And then I saw the date and I was like, oh, 11/11, and realized, yeah, I got to do it. So, yeah, one more 11. And again, there's nothing too crazy about this. I'm not going to have her, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is in the other poses, she was in that huge, those big fights, the battles, and hopefully I'm not spoiling anything. Hopefully you've already seen this. This costume wasn't really a fight costume. I thought of it as more of just a, her finally becoming a normal person. When I hate to say normal, I mean she's normal, but getting to be a kid, an adult or a person, not a superhero, so to speak, with all these crazy superpowers, not different. But let me see. Are her sleeves rolled up? Yeah, they are. So that's what I thought of this pose as kind of or this costume was more of a, getting to be a normal person. But obviously we know what happens in the show. So I do want to put her in some kind of like a fighting position. A little something to not maximize. Sometimes I don't have my words right. To accent or show off her abilities, So I think I know where I'm going with this. Let's see. Okay, sorry. I say this every time that whenever I get quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. Okay. And I see I was off a little bit, so I wanted to correct myself real fast. So sorry, that's why I got quiet. I was paying attention to what I was doing, which I should be doing that. Okay, like that. Again, I did it again. Just got quiet. Okay, so yeah, so I think I'm gonna have her with kind of, not really a fist, but like kind of a, an open hand with accenting her power. Does that make sense? Let's see if I can do this. I gotta try to sketch this out first. Because the other thing is, well, can you draw that, Okay, that looks good. If you could see this, if you could see all the scrunchy little lines I put in there, how bad it looks. And I'm just telling myself, that looks good. And it's a sketch, so it's okay that it doesn't look good. I know where it's going, and that's kind of why I was telling myself it looks good, even though it's just all over the place. But again, like I said, I know where I'm trying to go, and it was taking me there. So it worked. And I think this is going to work. Yeah, I just need to refine it a little bit. And then I can get us there. All right. I think that'll work. I like that. I like that. So I gotta give her a little scrunchie up on top. Figure out where I'm gonna go with this. And then I'm gonna erase some stuff. How's yours coming? Are you sketching? You should be. Eventually you're going to learn to do this yourself, right? Because that's the greatness of being able to draw, is doing whatever you want. Like this. I wanted to put her in this pose. I wanted to put her in this costume. And I got to make it. And one day you'll learn to do that yourself. Okay, I think that will work. The hand's a little big, but I'm going to see if I can fix that with the sketch, or with the ink. So I'm ready to erase some of this, and I'm going to leave enough of it, a ghost of an image, if you will, to get me there. But I want to take a lot of it away because I want the Sharpie to stand out, not the sketch. All right, I think that's enough. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the Sharpie portion. Let's welcome all the people that skipped to this section of the video. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Thank you for skipping to the Sharpie section. Thank you for watching any of the sections, really. I'm just happy anybody's watching these. So I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the Sharpie pen for the tiny details, for the finer stuff that the fine point can't find, finally. But anyway, so I can control the line much better with this for the tiny stuff, and then I'll jump over back to my big Sharpie. So here we go. I've already sketched the entire thing out, and I've erased a lot of it, so I know where I'm going, and I'm ready to go there. So I'm going to start off with the face, your favorite part. Everybody likes to start here, but since I've already sketched, I can start here and be confident with the rest of it, where it's going to go. So I'm going to draw the upper eyelid, kind of like this, just to see if I've got them where I want them, and that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a little bit of the iris, like that, then the pupil. And I can only do so much with these because I'm using these tiny Sharpies and they bleed a lot. So I know. You're like, well, why don't you get better art supplies? I'm trying to use things that you can all use from around the house, you know? So you don't have to go buy a bunch of a bunch of art supplies that are expensive. You know, we can do this with whatever we got lying around the house. And okay, I didn't explain myself here. I do this a lot. Because it's so tiny and I can only add so much detail, I usually add cat eyes to girls to show makeup, to show, a little more than a guy has. Because there's only so much I could do with these before they start bleeding. So I know she doesn't have cat eyes, but it's just something I try to do just to give it a little something. You know what I mean? So, forgive me, but that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to give her kind of an angry brow like this. Another one over here, kind of slanted down, little angry 11. And then for the nose, I'm not going to do much. I'm just going to come down here and do one of these, give her a few little spaces to play with, and that's all I really want to do. See, that's what I was saying about these Sharpies is I can only do so much before it starts to bleed on itself. And it gets lost in the color. So even that, it's not quite perfect, but it'll all kind of blend together as we're going, okay? So I'm going to draw the mouth like this, a little angrier, And I can only do so much with the lips now, because again, this is tiny. And I'm going to work with that, okay? I'm going to try to bring this nostril out a little bit more, just to match that other one. But that's it. See, it's already starting to get too big, so I gotta stop there. So I'm gonna draw her chin, and as I'm coming here, I'm gonna start to get bigger with my Sharpie too, or thicker, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because this other Sharpie that I'm gonna be using is super thick. So I'm trying to match that just a little bit, or get ready to match it, basically. Okay, so I'm drawing the edges of her mouth. And the nice thing too is that'll also help me hide if I don't have it going the way I want. I can add thickness to edges to make it work a little bit more, you know? Okay, so you can see her whole ear since it's pulled back, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw something like that, just a little bit of an ear, like this. Okay, and now I'm going to work up to the top of the head, and so her hair is pulled back, so I'm going to do something like this just to kind of accent that there's a hairline with, you know, the hair pulled back, because we're not going to draw all the hair. But I did want to accent that there's something there, you know, and it's all kind of pulled back. And then we'll come back with a big Sharpie in a second, but I wanted to do it with this Sharpie just to be able to control it a little bit better. There we go. Okay, so I'm happy with that. How's yours coming out? Awesome. So let's just draw some little bumpy lines for a scrunchie. You know, something like this. I'm just going to kind of bring it back around. And there's no right or wrong for this, just basically something like that, you know, because it's a scrunchie. You know, there's only so much you can do with it, you know. And her hair is kind of back, but you know, we really can't see any of it, so we don't have to worry about it. Let's just leave it at that. I'm going to thicken up the edge though, just to accent it. All right, and so for her shirt, I want to do a little bit of the shirt just to give us some edges for her hair. Okay, and I know it looks weird, like I'm just floating stuff, but I've sketched it out, so I know where I'm going with this. So that's the nice thing about doing a sketch first, is you know the edges that you're going to be playing with. And so the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go back over this with the big fat Sharpie. The last thing I'm going to do is give her shoulders like this, again, just to give me the edge for her hair. And so for her hair, I'm just going to do just a little, because it's flowing back, something like that. And I'm not going to draw all the lines. I'm just going to draw a few, just to, you know, accent the edge of it. Okay. Oh, and also I need to explain this too. I don't draw likenesses. That's one thing I'm not good at. I'm not good at caricature. So I don't draw characters looking like they're supposed to be. You can't look at this and go, oh yeah, that's Millie Bobby Brown. That's not my skill. So, you know, I apologize if that's what you're hoping for, but that's what we got. So that's why I'm just kind of going with someone dressed as 11. That's what I'm going to start describing my videos as, how to draw someone that looks like, you know, and then describe it. So that's going to be my cheat, is what that's going to be. Okay, so I'm going to draw her suspenders. You know, she's got the little clasps like that, the adjustment clasps that I wanted to draw first. And then I can draw the rest of it. Just kind of bring them down like this. I probably should have done it with a tinier Sharpie, but that's okay. Here, we'll do this, since we're accenting to accent her shirt. How's that? Okay. So now I'm going to draw the rest of her shirt coming out, and because she's got the sleeves folded up, I'm going to do that. I'll do the edge of her shirt like this. And we'll do this side over here too. Again, roll up that sleeve, just something like that. Okay, so then I can go ahead and close it off to her pants there, because she's got them suspenders attached. Something like that. Okay, and here let's go ahead and add a few little creases and folds, and of course color is going to hide a lot of this, or not really hide, but a color is going to take the front stage because of all that, you know, splattered paint. That's going to be fun. That's going to be really awesome to do. Okay, and I'm going to do a few more little creases and folds just because we know her shirt's all bunched up like that, all kind of crazy. So for her arms, I kind of want to do this one as kind of like this, kind of she's holding the power, you know? Like I was saying in the sketch, I don't know if you were around for that, I'm not putting her in like a ultimate fight pose like I did with the other ones, because I felt like this pose, this 11, was more of a grown-up. This is about her being a regular person, you know, about her not fitting in, but not being crazy, you know, that she's got powers, but she's more protecting and being a normal kid than being a superhero, so to speak, you know. So I'm trying to draw her normal with a little bit of, you know, she's got awesome powers, of course. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that. Got to. Okay. And so that's it. So yeah, just got kind of her hand doing one of those, kind of like this, you know. And so I'm gonna add just a little bit of hand lines, just to show the stress. Something like that, you know. We're not gonna go too crazy. There we go. It's a little big, but that's okay. No one's gonna pay attention. So let's draw this one over here. So this one's gonna come down to the elbow, forearm, and this one I have in just a fist, you know. And we're gonna kind of get away with not having to draw too much by drawing like that. See, we can kind of get away with making a little fist. We'll draw fingers in like that, just because she does have, you know, she's like this, so to speak. Okay, so now we just gotta draw some pants. That's it. And so we've got our pants just kind of something like this. And again, I'm following my sketch, so that's why I can just go ahead and just draw the lines out from the way I have it. Again, that's the nice part of sketching out and knowing where you're going. Hey, I made a rhyme. Because you can work with the confidence that, well, that's where I did it. That's why I did it. And that's where we're going. I'm going to add some detail in a second. All right. So I'm just going to draw her jeans, just give her just a little bit of detail. Just, you know, just to add some fun. And let's see, she got them high pants and 80s pants. And then again, I'm just going to add just a few little extra lines. Oops, kind of went crazy there with that one. Just something like that, you know, just to show that there's creases and folds in the pants. And again, the laces are just kind of there. I'm not going to go crazy and draw all the laces, but I usually do something like that just to give you a little something to have. Okay, so there you go. Let's take care of the rest with color. So that is 11. Okay, so let's take care of the rest with color. So that is 11, Season 3. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.